When was lying to your mom about bruises worth it? My brother and I have this rule: no telling mom. That's how all our best ideas start. 2 years ago, when he was 14 and I was 10, we started building this obstacle course in our backyard, like real parkour with ropes hanging from a tree branch, crates stacked up 3 high, and a plywood ramp. We called it the gauntlet, and every day after school, we raced it barefoot and full speed. If you tripped, you had to start over. If I ever hesitated, my brother would laugh at me and call me a civilian. His dream was to be a stunt double, so he trained both of us that way. He said he wanted us to do the gauntlet with style. He taught me how to land without making a sound and how to drop from the tree without shaking a branch. You gotta be ghost mode, he said. When we added the trampoline wall flip, that's when things got serious. That's when we started taping our ankles and mom started noticing the bruises. I fell in gym, I'd say. We're just doing soccer drills, my brother would add. We never told her the truth, that we were spending every spare minute learning how to move like we were in a spy movie. Then last Friday, it saved my life. It was raining, which meant I had to walk home instead of biking. I was halfway through the park when I heard metal crunch and tiles screech. People were yelling behind me. I turned around and saw a car moving so fast towards me that it was almost a blur. It was a red SUV off the main road, barreling through the park gate and right towards me. For maybe half a second, my feet didn't move, and my legs felt like jelly and I couldn't breathe. You know how they say your life flashes before your eyes? I swear I could already see my mom crying at my funeral, but then my body did what my brain couldn't. I dropped my bag and ran, not away, but up. I launched myself at the stone wall next to the path I was on. One foot hit the edge, the next hit higher. I grabbed the rusty pipe on top and flung myself over, just as the SUV smashed through the telephone pole I'd been standing in front of and crumpled like a soda can. The sound was like thunder. Wood exploded. Glass shattered. I landed in the mulch on the other side, rolled into a crouch, and stayed down. My arms were scraped and my feet were throbbing, but I was alive. And somehow the driver was too. It was some old guy who had lost control of his car. People ran to check on him and some lady came over to me and asked if I was okay. She said, "That was the fastest move I've ever seen. You just flew." I didn't know what to say. I didn't feel like a superhero. I felt like a kid who almost didn't make it. Later that night, after the cops took statements and the SUV got towed, I was sitting in my room with a heating pad on my ankle. My brother came in and just looked at me. "You good?" he asked. I nodded. He sat on the edge of my bed. "That thing you did, the wall pop, that's not beginner level." I looked at him and didn't know whether to laugh or cry. "You trained me for this," I said. He smiled. "You're not a civilian anymore. I don't think we'll ever tell mom the whole story. She knows I ran away from the car, but I didn't tell her that I climbed a wall. Then I'd have to tell her how I learned to do that. But now when I look out at the backyard and see the rope swing, the crates, the ramp, I don't just see a dumb game my brother made up. I see the reason I'm still here."